A quick after work adventure, guys. Ladies and gentlemen. After 2 days of heavy rain, especially on Sunday, 4.5 hours worth of rain, and another 2 hours worth of rain and thunderstorms last night. And the waters aren't even muddy. Man, I drove all the way over here. And it looks like it didn't do anything at all. How is that even possible? And it's raining again right now. Well, let me go ahead and say it. I know there's something I don't want to say. Well, the ideal situation for us right now is that it just didn't rain out here. And I'm just going to be looking at the same old things. Why do I say that? The ideal situation. Well, because it chose to rain on a Sunday night. You know, my biggest pet peeve when it comes to this hobby of collecting the historical things. Raining extremely hard on Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays. And then other people have a chance to come out who live close by to walk out here and find the historical things. And then I'm left scrambling on a weekend, coming out here finding nothing. I will not be surprised if I see my old footsteps out here in some of the sandbars. Let me go ahead and get moving real quick. Let me add this thing to the pocket. Beautiful. Well, it's not ancient. It's most likely not even turn of the century, 1900s. Probably from about 1960, maybe. Could be a plate from the 70s. Add it to the pocket, I guess. I guess they might have moved something around out here. When, I don't know. Try to figure things out. I mean, what's going to be over there besides maybe a snake? Maybe that's the direction that the next storm is coming from. Probably in October. Man, nothing. I mean, trust me, all this stuff is something. It is. Everything out here has a purpose. But I had a thought about something when it comes to this design of nature out here. What if they didn't get crazy out here? What if the waters didn't get high, rough out here? Because I haven't recovered what they're trying to keep out here for me to find. You know what I mean? I've talked about that in a couple of my videos. And the stuff that I keep asking for. What if they got one out here? A perfectly intact quad. Could be a Clovis. It could be a Dalton. 4.5 inches long. What if it's a figurine? What could it be? If that is the case, you know? What if there's something out here that I'm meant to find? And they're not going to natripulate anything until I find it. Because I asked for it. But I haven't found it yet. If they're hanging that above my head, then if they're hanging that on me, then what the heck am I going to do? Why don't they just hand it to me? Because the game doesn't work like that. It would definitely be scary if I came across that thing today. And then it flooded out here afterward. Imagine if that happened. I would be going all crazy. In a good way, that is. In the meantime, while I'm out here in this magnificent area collecting this crap, coming across stuff like this, you got others out there who are in the meantime, at the moment, while I'm out here finding and collecting stuff like this, you got the other ones out there in Cobb and Cherokee who are already out there looking for the good stuff, and they're just filling up the pockets. I know that for a fact. And this is what I get on a Tuesday. Let me go ahead and grab it. I know they're talking. Hey man, pick it up. Pick it up. It's right here. Yeah, I see it too. So far, I've been picking up nothing but garbage. Yeah, they did nothing. Nothing at all. This thing's been sitting in the same exact spot for almost a month. You're going to say, Da Vinci, take it. It's exactly what you're looking for. Well, when it comes to the art, I mean, look at that thing. What am I going to do with it, though? I can't really add it to anything because it's not flat. It's not broken up into little pieces. Maybe I can just photograph it or something like that as an art piece later. I can't really add it to the pocket. Maybe I'll just hold on to it for a little while and make a decision about it. It is quite nice, though. They made a masterpiece out here due to all their colors out here. I do agree that this is a nice one. It's quite perfect, actually. What if this is what I was supposed to collect? That thing's been sitting there for like a month. Barely above the waterline. Wait a minute. They know that I love coming across stuff like this, and I'm always looking for it. And they know I want to collect more. Weird. And they were holding on to it. They were holding on to it. What the heck is going on out here? It's a masterpiece. The gallon that represents the colors of the human race, all combined into one single object. Wild. Watch them turn right around and bring up the waters 7.5 feet by the end of the moor. It is quite beautiful out here though. They do great work. I know that for a fact. Thanks for having me come back out here and find it. Come back out here and collect it. What happens now? Looks like that I might find something historic after all. I know it's tiny, but I don't find this kind of stuff out here. One about every 3 or 4 months. Basically about 3 or 4 times a year I find a piece. It is a rare occurrence for me to come across something like this out here. Thanks for that one. And it's in the shape of a triangle, kind of. Close enough. Great find. What a perfect discovery. Get a load of this. There's only one human being that one footprint belongs to right here. And they haven't washed it out in over a month. Look, it's like the staircase to heaven. Would you look at that? Perfect fit. You see anything? If you do later, let me know. I'm trying to get my butt out of here now. It's about 8:15, 8:20. In this mid-August day, mid-August evening. You know it's going to be getting darker a little bit quicker every single day as we approach fall. You cannot avoid it. Beautiful. At least I was able to get the feet wet tonight. At least I was able to come out and experience some beautiful heaven. It's almost like every creek like this has always got to get into that zone, that mood, that one particular moment where the landscaping is perfect. And it's just waiting for everybody to come out and see it, to comment on it. Not a lot of debris. Lush green landscape, things growing up to give you that feeling of heaven out here. It's almost like they're always creating that Garden of Eden, that fountain of youth in places like this. Combined by all the green vegetation and stuff. In the thick of summer. What a gorgeous landscape. And they want you to come out and experience it. You know, just leave the artifacts for, me, if you don't mind. But get a load of this thing right here. I was leaning down in the water to get this thing out. And right next to it was something else. Another piece of pottery. Look at that. It might be a puzzle piece that matches up with the piece we found earlier. I mean, look at that. It's almost like the same kind of scratch design on it. You're going to say test it out later, man. I might do that to see if it matches up. But the most important recovery of the day is what? The Great Gallon. With all the human race colors combined into one single object of human life. I'm so glad I decided to take this thing with us. It speaks volumes. That tribulation. They know exactly what they're doing out here when it comes to nature. Because they are every tone that we are too. And they can paint who they are onto something else to help you see the light that is. Nature itself. I thought I saw napping. Oh, it's just a game piece. All right, all right. Now that I got this thing, the way they had it sitting up for us, coming back to get this thing tonight, it was almost like they were hanging on to it for us. Right on the edge of things. And they couldn't bring themselves to get the waters going buck wild out here. Because they knew I was going to want to come back to get it. After seeing it for the first time in about a month ago. And I didn't take it out then. Who knows what this landscape is going to look like after Thursday. I can't wait to find out. They might have Mother Nature's hair combed out here, if you know what I mean. Have it all combed over. Mother and Father Nature. Grooming of the hair. Can't wait to find out what happens next. See you in the next video. Something's headed this way. Trust me on that.